Welcome back. Thank you so much for watching a Microfighter Monday Series 7 Special Duel Fighter, the set number 75265 T-16 Skyhopper versus Bantha Microfighters. And as the box says, 198 pieces, 2 figures, and 2 bang up microfighters. I absolutely love both of these. I was really happy to collect this one, whether you're a completionist or you just I love Tatooine, as you may see down there. Mos Eisley, baby. That will be commencing soon. But let's check out these microfighters. So this was released back in late 2019, retired this year in the US. At least you may still see some floating out there. Otherwise, from a Lego standpoint, you may have missed it. And this one is likely to hold its value, maybe long term. There's only one unique figure. So bag one starts with a massable Bantha plus the Tusken Raider. And I think, and I've talked about this in streams, is that I feel like this particular battle, this dual pack was a mistake. Because I don't think most people are going to army build for T-16 Skyhopper. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't throw Luke Skywalker in here, because he's the kind of the famous one that he said that he got his X-wing piloting skills based off shooting womp rats in a T-16 back home. So he actually had access to a T-16 as a young pilot. But so I don't really see this as massable. Maybe somebody would want like 2 or 3 of these. However, with the Mandalorian, and maybe Lego and Lucasfilms didn't have a heads up at this point when they were already in creation of this set, but this Bantha Microfighter, probably I easily would have purchased probably 2 or 3 of these, especially on sale. I probably would have waited for it to go on sale and would have bought like 3 or 4 of these to complete out like a Tusken Raider. These Tusken Raiders don't go in singles, right? So they go in mass, and they go in lines, and this would have been a great one to kind of complete out like a Tusken Raider village. Would be phenomenal. I do have a bunch of Tusken Raiders to kind of complete out a Tusken Raider army. This particular one has been in 3 different sets. I believe Obi-Wan's hut, and also one of the land speeder sets that this particular Tusken is in, for another video to kind of compare out some of the Tusken Raiders. Let's take a look at the design. So I won't really get into the figure too much. He's pretty standard. I've reviewed him before, just a standard Tusken Raider, but this Bantha is pretty cool. I was really surprised. It was almost like a brickhead in a way. Let me get the camera to focus there. I really liked the kind of the paneling and the use of the I guess this would be nougat, and then the dark brown. That was really nice. And then you have the standard brown. So there's 3 colors that really kind of create that contrast. And then you have the dark tan for the face. These really cool pieces. You can see a little blue peeking through there, so it's a little bit of a minus. They probably could have put black. It would have hidden a little bit better. The head itself is movable. You don't really see them move their head much, but that's pretty nice to have. I guess it could look at you. This side's the same. Here's the underneath. There's not much for legs, but it works. They kind of made it so that it's not identical. And then here's kind of like a backpack satchel, if you will. Can hold a weapon here. And then there's just a place to sit. So I really do. I think this is great. I mean, outside of You know, molded Bantha would be nice, but it'd be really expensive. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of these. It really does look pretty good. Overall, I think that's cute with the hair. Pretty accurate, so I like that. Here are the spares that came with it. I like the fact that it came with 2 of these for spares. These are rare parts, so I mean the part out value on this thing is probably going to be really good too. You don't see a ton of these parts. You know, maybe some other vehicles that I haven't checked to see what else is in, but yeah, I don't see that in too many, but a lot of really good spares there. Moving on to the T-16 Hopper. It's a really nice little microfighter. You know, it doesn't, I don't think there's a ton of parts, but it really looks the part of like a little personal craft. The pilot itself, it's got decent detailing. There we go. He has a built-in visor head, or on the back. Let's see here. If you look on the back, he's chilling. He's killed a womp rat. He's happy. He's a happy camper. Here he's serious, going after those womp rats. Or apparently battling Banthas, maybe just scaring them away because that's how they roll in Tatooine. But yeah, this is a nice little jet, nice and uniform. The wings move. There's also flaps here, so if it's out, they can. There we go. I really like the detailing here. I think that looks slick. That's a little weird showing that blue right there. I don't really understand that. Nice little thrust look. So all in all, really good at this angle, and you can see from the box art that's kind of the angle that they were looking for. Right there. That's nice. Overall, and I was really shocked at how many, look at all the spare parts. Huge number of spare parts. I mean, all small pieces, but that's pretty extensive overall. And again, here's the instruction sheet. Number 1. Number 2. One thing that was really interesting is, check this out. They had this Skywalker Saga video game, which has been like delayed and probably will never come out. I like the advertising. These are all kind of going end of life, are still available. I've got everything on here except for Poe's X-Wing and the Dorito fighter. Oh, and I don't have the 4+ and the land speeder. I've got like plenty of Luke's land speeders in my army. So with that, that's going to conclude. This is a nice set. I do not, if you can get it for $20 or less, again, there might still be people out there, right? They may have gotten it on sale, willing to sell it for just over $20. This is a grab it now while you can. Otherwise, it's going to get expensive. People are going to want to get these brick-built Banthas. There's some unique parts in here I could see getting high value just from those parts. And, of course, people are going to want... This is a nice little microfighter. I am not complaining, and I like adding little random pilots. You know, sometimes, you think about it, it's almost like the city version of Star Wars. If you want to really build like a city, I'm going to need some standard pilots that aren't necessarily Rebel or Imperial. So I really like the inclusion of like a civilian pilot, if you will. So that is it for today's Microfighter Monday, set number 75265, T-16 Skyhopper versus Bantha. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please make sure to smash that like button, and we will catch you on the next Microfighter Monday.